Hi, I'm Sandy and I'm going to be showing you how to do calligraphy. It's going to be a really basic and easy guide, so I'm just going to get started. So the first few things you want to do is gather your materials. I would suggest using anything you have at home or anything that's accessible to you. The first few that I think are the easiest to come across are Crayola Super Tips. I actually already had these at home, but they're super cheap and they're actually more easier to use for beginners compared to other materials I will show, such as brush pens, as they're more like thicker and easier to use. The next ones is any brush pens. I actually found these at Five Below, so again they're really affordable and they're pretty good quality. But yeah, they're anything that says great for hand lettering or has like a picture of calligraphy in front, they should be good to use. Yeah. My next and favorite material to use for my style, any of these materials can work great for anybody's style, but the ones that I find the best for mine are these matte liner brush pens. They're really pretty like pastels, and I think I use them the most for my type of style. The next thing that you can use to sort of add something to your work is black and white pens. I'll show how to use these later on, but it's sort of just to make your calligraphy unique and your own. So anything to like add certain details to your work will be super nice. The next step is, of course, to practice the basics. So what are the basics? So I like to use this diagram. I don't know what else to call it, but this diagram sort of shows the upstrokes and downstrokes, and if you practice this diagram over and over again, I think that you'll get a good hang of how to do calligraphy. So when you're doing upstrokes, you want to make sure they're sort of thin and kind of loosely, so you want to do them fast. But when you go down, make sure to do it kind of thick and steadily. So yeah. The next sort of advice that I have is to start out learning basic cursive. So with basic cursive, it'll sort of just show you how to do the alphabet. And so I think that this is really important, as many people just kind of jump into it, but you really do need to know how to do basic cursive. The next step that I really recommend in improving your handwriting is to write all the ABCs over and over and over again. This could be when you're done with this diagram. You want to start actually practicing calligraphy in the ABCs. You want to do it over and over and over again. And you want to make sure that you just don't do random words, because often you're going to get letters that look better than others, such as like the letter A. You're going to be writing the letter A more than the letter Z if you just write random words. So practicing the alphabet over and over again to make sure that you know all the letters in even quality is really beneficial to improving in calligraphy. Of course, the next step is to practice. This is the most important part. If you tend to forget certain things, just make sure you practice the upstroke and downstroke diagram. I still tend to practice it today because you want to make sure that your muscle memory remembers it. So yeah, just remember there's many styles to calligraphy, and once you got the basic style down, you could start doing more thinner or more bubbly letters, whichever you like. Just make sure to have the basics down before you start doing your own style, because it could sort of like throw you out of your practicing. So yeah, after you got the basics down, you could really do anything and be more creative with it. After the basics are down, you can add many cool features, such as I added here little highlights. It doesn't really look very good on camera, it kind of just looks messy, but you could do an ombre. And also, I'm not very good at this. I think that this actually isn't really hard for me, but drop shadows or any types of shadows on your lettering, I still have to do a lot of practice with this, so they might look pretty like weird, but yeah. Shadows and outlining and ombre, anything you want to do to add something. And this is what like the white pen comes in for. You could do shadows with the pen or a marker, whichever you like. And so yeah, after practicing, I just wanted to show some of my work. I did these pretty quickly, so they might not be the best of my compared to other work, which I will show in a little bit, but I just wanted to show the difference in materials. This is mild liner. Again, this is the best for my personal handwriting. It looks the best out of all of these in my opinion. So this is just a basic lettering with mild liner. This is the Five Below brush pens with some shadows with pen. And then these are super tips. I did an ombre here. Again, I don't know why it looks so bad on camera. Brush pens again. This is a different type of brush pen, but yeah. It has highlights, so I just wanted to show that in example. Again, anybody can do calligraphy. I actually have really messy printing handwriting. I don't know if you could see in the guide, but I do have really messy handwriting, and I feel like I do calligraphy better than my regular handwriting. So I think it tends to be easier for me personally. So if you have messy handwriting and don't really feel like doing this, just give it a try. It might be beneficial, and you might end up liking it than your regular handwriting. I definitely do. So yeah. In terms of like paper to use, I am using like a sketchbook paper, which I find really nice and really soft. You could use any paper, printer paper, it doesn't really matter, but it does give you a better like look to it in comparison to just printer paper. So I'm going to be showing my other lettering examples. These are older works, but I think they look better than these personally, since I put more time and effort into them. Here I tend to do two-toned quotes because I find them the best for my practice. So this is one. It's really simple and, you know, just kind of basic, but here's another lyric. Yeah, I guess I don't do a lot of two-tone quotes, but yeah. Just practice whatever feels like the most funnest to you. Again, mine is personally lyrics and quotes. I think that that's the best for me. But again, everyone is different. Everyone will learn a different style. I'm going to do some practices right now. So I'm just going to show you like live how I do it, since you only seen like my final pieces. So I'm going to take my eyeliner, which again is my favorite to use. They're really pretty pastels, and just practice basic words. So again, you want to, when you go up, you want to do fast and quick strokes, and then when you're going to go down, you want to do steady and thick. There's many tutorials out there that can help you to go more into detail on how to do each letter if you're having trouble and like, I don't know how to do this specific letter in calligraphy. There's many tutorials, and whenever you finish your lettering, it might look a little bit messy, so you just kind of want to finish it up and darken some of the downstrokes to look more even, and yeah, just to tidy it up a bit. So that's one example. You can just add some highlights to it, whatever you like. Just doing it kind of messily right now to show an example. Just feel free to ask after this video is done. I really hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, I guess. But yeah, that's it for today.